Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Z-Bird Zidell. With me, as always, most of my boys are in the building. We got Angry John.
What's up?
We got my main man, my co-host, Moneyline Welsh.
What's up?
Hey, everybody, before we get started, we wanted to tell everybody a big thank you to all of our listeners and everyone that's been spreading the podcast word of mouth. The listens and everything has been increasing every week. It's been getting more and more. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. We couldn't do it without you guys. September 2nd, we are having a live show. I just got done emailing with the Bottle Rocket Social. Tickets should be available when this podcast comes out, and we'll have them posted and everything. I do want to let everyone know, for that event, there's 70 seats. So if you want to come, I would get a ticket pretty quick. Because there's only going to be one, as of right now, there's only going to be one show, and there's only 70 seats. And I have a feeling that they're going to go pretty quick. But we just wanted to say thank you to everybody, and thanks for your continued support. It means a lot.
Yep, keep spreading the word. GFP's blowing the fuck up. How was everybody's fourth?
It was. I mean, dude, it was the fourth. You know what I mean? I ended up going down the races. I had to go scope that out real quick. That was they have like a list down at this is the Greenfield McGee races of like what's going on, and they totally don't follow it. Like they should have gone like 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds, 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, et cetera, and then you know where you're at. They started off with like 8-year-olds to 1-year-olds to 3-year-olds, where I'm like, by the time I realized, and then like the one thing. They have the race. I swear there used to be like a race for older people. Now it's 17 and older. Like, I'm not racing against no 18-year-old.
Whoever's running the races down there, they're just waiting. Like, all right, my nephew isn't here yet. My grandkid. They're telling, wait, we got to wait for this person. You know what I mean? It's just pandemonium. Whoever's there is racing.
Right.
Yeah, if you got an itinerary, you got to stick to that itinerary.
Dude, you see a lot of people you haven't seen in years down there?
Yeah.
It's usually good for that.
It's good for that. A lot of podcast people were down there. Like, Shoes shout out to Shoes. Shoes loves the podcast. He said, was like telling us how he's like sometimes he's late to work because he has to listen to the end of the podcast.
Look at Shoes finding a podcast. Good for him.
Yeah. I was like, my man Shoes. I was like so pumped. And yeah, one other thing, we're gonna be back on WDVE this Friday. So make sure to listen for us. We'll have the times posted, but we're going to be doing Gear Grinders on DVE again this week, and Shoes was talking about that. He said, when you guys going to be back on? And Shoes, your request is answered. We're going to be back on this week.
We're here for you, buddy.
And
wait, you went down there and like you're saying you couldn't race? I figured that there was always an adult race, wasn't there?
There is, and it was 17 and older, and I'm like,
maybe
wow.
It just felt like adults because we were young and now we're not.
Yeah, I was thinking like they should have a 40 to 45 because I don't want to race against Andy Tenney.
At least a 30 and up. Oh, you want that separation?
I don't want nothing to do with Andy Tenney. And
is he down there running?
He's down there stretching.
Yeah,
he's down there stretching.
Probably doing steroids. Who knows?
He
probably picked up a bottle of Jack 380.
Yeah, right.
For it.
He had on like mesh shorts. He was looking like $1 million.
Spikes.
Yeah, his son was like, you just knew he was gonna win the race. I'm just like, I don't want nothing to do with this family. Like they're
too fast.
They're too damn fast, and you know what I mean. I'm like, dude, I got to get out of here.
How far is that run?
I think that's a 70
It's
yard.
like 60 or 70 yards, yeah.
And so I was like going to hang out for the egg toss. I was going to get with Joe Welsh. We were like, Joe was like, yeah, he's like, my partner the past 2 years wasn't good. Hopefully we can do it this year.
Oh, you're throwing Billy Pegger under the bus like that?
Joe,
oh, man.
I didn't want to say his name, but Joe, hey, Joe's the one that threw him under the bus. But I was like, all right, dude, let's get this egg toss. And I ended up, because it was a lot going on, but it's so cool the time and stuff people put in. There's a lot of like local businesses down there. Next year we'll be down there for sure doing something. I don't care if we're in the bleachers giving out free water. Greenfield's Finest Podcast is going to have something to do with them races. But yeah,
it is. It's a good event. It's been going on fucking since we've been kids and before that. So I mean, they stick to it. You always get a zag nut, a popsicle.
And I'm going to tell you what. Like, so I wasn't there last year. A lot of people weren't, obviously. But this year, I mean, there was a huge turnout.
It was a perfect day.
The bleachers were packed, and it was a good time seeing everyone. Because I know it's the Greenfield races, but there's people there from all neighborhoods. A lot of Hazelwood people, Squirrel Hill people, Bloomfield people, like everyone in the city. Like there's a lot of people at those races. I don't know any other neighborhood that does the 4th of July races.
No, I never heard another one. I mean, other neighborhoods have parades and shit like that, but as far as races go, I think we take the cake there.
Yeah.
I mean, we're a fast neighborhood. Everybody knows that.
Right.
Greenfield kids got wheels.
Right. So it was definitely sweet. And like it kind of like brought back a lot of memories and stuff, like being kids down there, and then you'd go down Soldiers and Sailors and get your prize,
Yep.
then go to Kogo's and steal something. But yeah, they said like I think that's like their highest day of shoplifting is when football season used to start and the day of the races.
That's how I finally convinced my mom to let me play Cougar football. Because I came in second one year, and Barb Schuster, they were doing sign-ups at the races trying to get kids to play, and she was like, good job, Jack, now sign up for football. I'm like, dude, I've been trying. My dad was there with me. I was like, let me play, dude, and he signed me up. Then we went up in the bleachers and broke it to my mom because my fat gay pediatrician told my mom not to let me play football until I was like in high school, and it was a fight every fucking year until I finally like broke her down, and I think that was 7th grade. But it was a battle. But 4th of July race is when my football career started.
Dude, I think a lot of doctors, like my doctor told like my family same thing. Because I was like short and smaller. He was like, listen, if something 100 and this many pounds hits on this many pounds, I mean, that's just physics.
I mean, he was probably, I mean, he was right. Right. He was right. But I mean, so what?
Right, yeah.
My brain's fucked anyhow.
Right.
Your dad was in his glory. So like he had the new grandbaby and he's holding them, and then like the other grandkid, he was just, you know what I mean?
Is he taking pictures? He's a big picture guy.
No, he had that baby locked in. Uncle Mike was down.
Yeah, Lila got bumped up to the 5-year-old races, came in 3rd.
Yeah.
I mean, she's only 4, so we'll see. She got some wheels too. But yeah, it's a good event. Speaking of 4th of July events, Joey Chestnut played injured and choked out a protester. That was impressive, dude. He had a mouthful of glizzies and just threw that dude right in a fucking right in a headlock, dude. Yep. He had a slow year, I guess. He was.
What was his injury?
I don't know. He's walking on
his
crutches.
Esophagus?
No, it was a leg injury.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Can't compete with a leg injury.
Well, he did, John. He won. He won it for like the 16th year in a row. Whatever happened to that dude Kobayashi? He used to run shit. That Joey Chestnut
he probably died.
Captain America just came and fucking just started smashing everybody every year.
PEDs.
I can't watch that. It makes me sick to my stomach.
I can't watch it either.
I like it. I used to root for the Black Widow.
The Black Widow, yeah, she was one. There's always, dude. They did a pink lemonade chugging contest. It looked like a gallon, looked like more than a gallon. This dude fucking drank a gallon of pink lemonade in like 11 seconds or some shit like that.
Nuts.
It was disgusting without spilling a drip on it. And it was in a big like mason jar, and this dude was just dumping this fucking giant thing of pink lemonade. I'm like, this is disgusting, man. But yeah, the hot dogs, when they start dipping them in the water and stuff like that, that's what my stomach starts turning.
That's what bothers me is when I see the bun, but when I see the meat hit the water, it freaks me. It freaks me out. Like I wish a lot of people have said. Now listen, I have no beef. No pun intended, but I have no beef with how you eat your hot dog if you're hammering 63 hot dogs. I would like to see them do without the water.
Raw dog, yeah, no water.
Yeah, well, it's like baseball. You want to see home runs, you know what I mean? You want to see the glizzies go down.
Yeah.
If it goes down to from 64 glizzies to like 15, 25 glizzies, you're like, all right, bring back the water, bring back the pop or whatever. Like I think I'd rather dip in some like Diet Coke or something than water. Water makes me. Ugh.
Yeah, water. I've never in my life been like, you know what? I'm in the mood for a hot dog and a water.
No, never. If I'm eating like a hot dog or something like that, I need a pop.
Yeah.
Oh boy. What else we got going? Oh, the Parkway had a great sign this weekend to try to slow down DUIs. It said, "Don't drive Star Spangled Hammered." Good work.
Yeah,
that's good work.
Clever.
Everybody was people were talking about it on Twitter. It was on the news. We're talking about it. I looked at it every time and I went, You know, every time I
right.
drove by, I was like, so that's better than like, don't drink and drive. You can't afford it.
Right.
Like, don't drive Star Spangled Hammered. Huh.
That-
Very creative, Parkway sign person, whoever you are.
That'll get your attention, and that not only that gets people talking. You know what I mean? That's the key to that, is get people talking, and it definitely worked. I'd love to know who's in charge of that now. Like, did they hire a young kid to come in? Like, hey, we need like some new ideas.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
mix this up a little bit.
Yeah, does like 376 like have like do they have like a Twitter? You know, he's the same guy running the sign.
Like
he did
how-
a great job.
like how the NFL teams, they have like, now they have like meet, you know what I mean, like the internet guys, like they're like,
Yeah, like
376 East is like, or that was 376 West. They were like, yeah, we need a new
Right.
let's bring this in.
376 West is like its own personality.
Dude, yeah, I'll tweet that fucking interstate all day if they want me to. That shit's fucking that'd be a fun job.
Who remembers when we were younger, the dudes made the 376 East t-shirts?
I do kind of remember them.
Yeah, because that's
I mean-
like where all of our friends lived off of that exit.
Right under.
Yeah.
The run rep that hard. They were right below there.
I think those were Jim had originals.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Monroeville Police Department put out a big do's and don'ts for calling 911 on the 4th of July. It was pretty funny. Don't call 911 if people are setting off fireworks. If firework debris is landing in your yard. My wife is too upset to sleep. My cat is upset and hiding. Do call the police if people just set their house on fire. Body parts are landing in my yard. My wife won't wake up. My cat is shooting back at me. So
They're clever, too.
The
Yeah.
sense of humor out there
Yeah.
for 4th of July violence is just great. I'm glad everybody's real. It seems like everybody's relaxing a little bit. Getting back to a little bit of humor here.
No, there's definitely people on the Swiss Home community page that were bitching up a storm about the
Oh,
fireworks.
man. I mean, you're never-
like clockwork every
Yeah.
year. My dog had a seizure. You know what I mean? This happened. That, you know.
The best was the year that like I went over to John's house. John was like, "How big are these fireworks?" I'm like, "Oh, they're not that bad." I lit one off, and literally the community page went ballistic.
Yeah.
They went ballistic. Is there a shooting going on? It was like,
Dude, it was a big firework. I didn't expect it to be that big. So people were like, you know, like just, it gets them going. Like, what this starts off, is that a gunshot or is that fireworks? No, my asshole neighbor lit off a firework. He nees to come sweep off my deck.
It's just like relax,
Yeah.
dude. It's 4th
Yeah.
of July. I do what you want in that weekend period. You know, the third, fourth, fifth. Lead maybe the first few days of the week.
yeah.
Anything after like moving like past today, you got
Right.
you got.
Yesterday
relax.
was the day. Light them.
You
Get
light
rid
'em-
of them.
Get rid of them. Light them up. And I'll tell you what, dude. North Hills, I heard like 3 fireworks.
That's
It was
crazy.
crazy. When I lived up in like West Mifflin, like on Homestead Duquesne Road there, it was a month of just like M80 after M80 after M80. It's like, dude, fucking relax, man. Dogs be freaking out. But yeah, I mean, it's 4th of July. You got a 3-day window there. Burn what you got, and then, you know, save the rest for next year.
I know, like around my house, it was going nuts. But the problem with fireworks, it's like cocaine. Like if you have some, you're gonna do it like before you should. So like people were starting to light them off at 8 o'clock instead of waiting until it got dark. So by the time it got dark, people already blew their load. You know what I mean? Like
Can't
by
even see them.
right. But you got it. And you just want to light them. You know
You're
what
a
I mean?
big fan. You didn't do any fireworks this year?
No, and like
Did you have the itch?
yeah, dude. As soon as it's like, you know, as soon as I heard that first boom, I'm like, fuck. So I went out and looked, and I'm like, man, I love to have a good firework war. You know what I mean? Just start lighting mine off. I used to get a good amount of fireworks, like not like little pussy fireworks. Like I had some serious shit. I mean, I'd spend $1,500 on it. My girlfriend's gonna kill me when she hears that. 'Cause I used to tell her I spent like, yeah, I got this all for $100, but like, but I spent a good like $1,500 on it. But I got off a guy who got it straight from a distributor. But I mean, dude, I loved lighting them fireworks, and like I felt like almost like a comedian. Like we go up and like you have a good set, and people are like, that was awesome. When I'd light the fireworks, people were like, dude, that was sweet. I felt like I had actually had something to do with it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
I mean, you bought them and lit them. You got something to do with them.
right. So it made me feel we had a good time. The
I
one
was
year
always scared to light fireworks.
we lit fireworks. Me and John lit a bunch off the one year. It was me, him. This is a weird crew. Jason Davis and Guiney. We were down the run lighting fireworks, and Davis fell. I'll never forget it. And he just like landed on the ground and started rolling, and Guiney start yelling, "Broken arrow, broken arrow."
Yeah, he would like light them and run away real fast because they were big.
Yeah, I mean that's the fun of it, is lighting them and running away.
Yeah,
somebody almost getting hurt. It's always funny.
Yeah,
you don't want anybody to lose some digits.
No,
but yeah,
no.
somebody almost getting hurt. You see that dog? What they lit they lit a big one, and it started smoking. The dog ran up, gripped it up, and started shaking it and started shooting it at everybody. That was lighting the people up. Yeah. Then the firework company made a "Back It Up, Terry" firework. You know that viral Rudy, "Back it up, Terry, put it in reverse, put it in reverse." So they had a "Back It Up, Terry" firework.
I just watched it. It might be
unbelievable. You've never seen that video before.
It might be my new favorite video.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
But if you didn't see the video, it's like this dude lighting off fires. The dude's in a wheelchair, and then the dude in the wheelchair lights the firework, but he kind of like doesn't go anywhere. And everyone around him's like, "Back it up, Terry! Back it up, Terry!" And next thing you know,
what are you doing, Terry?
Terry's getting fucking smoked.
It's like Terry wanted a way out, and he thought like this was gonna be some big explosion, and he just smoked himself out, and like he got a little burnt.
Dude, remember them Roman candles?
Yeah.
Dude, dudes would have like Roman candle fights. I remember down Hammer one time, and I'm like,
I didn't like that.
I'm not
either.
good with this.
Nope, not cool. Chicago, I mean, they were just driving around and just doing drive-bys on people.
It's 4th of July.
Yeah, you got to keep your head on a swivel, man. Speaking of fireworks, listen, I don't want to rain on anybody's parade. I love celebrating a good holiday, but like, you don't need to put the fireworks on Instagram, man. This goes back to the clouds.
What's Instagram for then?
I'm not fireworks that everybody else like. Instagram's for like bikini pics. It's for like kids, like kid pics. It's for like golf tips. It's for recipes. Like I don't. We all got fireworks. We all seen the fireworks. Like what? It's like putting a plate of like food up on Thanksgiving. Like we're all eating the same shit. We're all basically looking at the same fireworks. What? Like nobody replies back like sick, or maybe they do. Maybe I'm just.
There's definitely some replies.
You think there's replies of like the Pittsburgh fireworks that everybody's watching? Like, man, sweet fireworks.
Now that I agree 100%. If you're talking about the Pittsburgh Zambelli fireworks, no. Or people might say it was a good show. That's it. But when you're doing your own like little home show, you like to get it out there. You know what I mean? If you got a big banger at the end.
Yeah, if you just spent $3,000 on fireworks, I guess it's for the gram.
Yeah. But so what? You get other firebugs hitting you up like sick fucking firework display, bro.
Yeah, pretty much.
Those snakes were awesome.
The snake, get the fuck out of here. I was lighting them big ass mortars off, dude. Like, I was like, you know what I mean? Like real shit that could have killed someone. You know what I mean? Like.
Out of tubes.
Yeah, out of tubes, and I'm running after work. I mean, people were just like, it was a bunch of weirdos hitting me up. Sure it was, but I mean, it was better than no one hitting me up. And, they'd be like, sweet, where'd you get them at, Z-Bird? I'm like, oh, I didn't go to Phantom. But, oh, you got the hookup. And like I said, for that small minute of time, I felt like the man.
All right, well, that's worth it then, if that worked out for you. I spent my weekend golfing pretty much, golfing like shit, but golfing. And everybody knows my fear of birds, and it just got taken up to another level. We went up to Tottle Ridge Golf Course. Very nice spot.
What is that?
It's out like past Murraysville.
Okay.
So I hit a drive into the fescue a little bit, go up, smack a 5-iron down by the green along the car path there. I'm walking up, and there's a little black bird, and like I've seen these little black birds. I meant to look up and see what it is. It kind of looks like an Oriole, but
I think it's an Oriole.
Is it an Oriole?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know what else. It's black and orange.
It's got that little orange piece
It's got the orange stripe. They're sick. Yeah. They're cool looking birds. They're out butlers too. You see them a lot. So my ball's like laying in a little bit of water, like a mud puddle almost. So I'm like going to hit it out of there. This fucking little bird starts squawking. And, like, I see it out of the corner of my eye, and I just start running. I'm not sure if I just, like, hear it getting closer, and I just start panicking. And I'm like, I yell, is it chasing me? And the dude was like, yeah, fuck yeah. And I didn't have a club in my hand. I'm happy I didn't have a club in my hand. I don't want to kill an Oriole, but it was attacking me. So I, like, run away, like, do a little roll, and I'm looking, I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
You rolled on the ground?
What's it? Yeah, dude. I was under attack, John. I was under attack. The wings were flying. It was close to my eyeball.
I wonder what you did.
Listen. So I'm like, and so I get like 50 yards away, and I'm like, I'm just gonna hit from. He's, I'll grab your ball. I know you don't like birds. So he goes to get my ball. Under attack, he gets under attack, and the Oriole's like going crazy. Starts chasing him, fucking. So I'm like, this is nuts, man. But like, I hit a good shot, and like, I wanted to play the ball. So like, maybe it's calmed down a little bit. Maybe it just realized like we're pussies. It will leave us alone. It set his warning shot. It didn't do anything. Seemed like it calmed down. This is like probably like 5-6 minutes of us like fucking with this bird, or this bird fucking with us.
There are people behind you too, right?
Yeah, no, there wasn't like people. We really didn't have anybody behind us for whatever reason. But so I go back down, and this time he just V-lines for me, and I just take off. I left a brand new ball right there. I went 15 yards ahead, and I was like, I'm not dealing with this. Like, I don't know if I was by a nest. I don't know if he thought like that was his baby.
He had to.
Like, well, come on, you idiot bird! Like, you know, you didn't shit out that fucking egg. Like,
right.
The egg, that ball's the size of you. Like, call you moron, little bird brain. I'm like, you can't just be attacking people out here.
I'd have paid good money to see that.
Oh, dude, it sucks so
To
bad.
see your Jack roll
On the ground.
It was wet too. And I'm like, man, like, I don't need it. Why do birds fuck with me? I don't fuck with birds. They just always got to fuck with me. And I'm sick of it. Like I said, I'm glad I didn't have a club in my hand, because I would have dropped that motherfucker. I would have. Because I was scared to death. I was under attack. And I would have felt bad afterwards, little Oriole just whapping on the ground there. But because they're cool-looking birds. But, like, dude, just be cool, man. It's a fucking golf ball.
You don't see that very often where a bird attacks.
It's just making this fucking wild-ass noise. Oh, it scared the shit out of me.
It senses the fear in you.
Well, I'm sure it did. I almost shit myself.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, and then like a couple of holes later, another one comes like flying by, making noise again. I'm like, dude, your boy already got me, guys. Like, it's over. Like, relax. This time I had my driver in my hand. Like, listen, I can't just be getting bullied up and down this whole golf course all day by you little motherfuckers. If we got to do it, we got to do it. And I'm going to ship you in the fucking...
Send him a message.
Send him a message. And,
Slice him right in the woods.
yeah, cook him. But yeah, it was. I just hate birds so much, and I wish they would just leave me alone. We could go our separate ways, like, you know, the Bloods and the Crips. We just come to like some type of like agreement to like not fuck with each other. But like they just won't be cool, man.
Rosado, you were at the same exact golf course at the same time.
It was the same. It was the hole. You just missed me,
dude. So like, like my one boy's like, because I knew Jack was gonna be out there. He was playing later, and my cousin was like, dude, there's your buddy Jack. And then like I had a putt, and all of a sudden, like, dude, I could not like. All I heard was Jack talking after that. There's like,
I feel like I wasn't talking. Wow,
dude, your voice was just like carrying.
Yeah, it's a deep, sexy voice.
Then I'm like, man, I got to make sure I heckle Jack a little bit. And then I yelled at him, and he couldn't hear me.
Yeah, my bad. I was on my bad side. Left ear, I can't hear much. But yeah, it was the same hole. If you would, if
I would just dude, if I would have drove by,
left ear?
No, well.
Yeah, if I would have just drove by and see Jack rolling, like doing a tuck and roll from his bird, I might have lost it.
That would have went viral. Like,
Yeah.
that's
For
like
sure.
yeah,
But I mean, I wish, then like there's the other two dudes we're playing with are like, what are you guys doing? And then they start laughing. I'm like, dude, get your camera out at least, dude.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're playing with like non-podcast people. Like, you need to be ready to roll, dude. We're looking for another fucking viral TikTok here. And that would have been it.
At any cost.
If birds want to attack, well, a little bird. I'm not taking a big
eagle,
bird.
yeah.
No fucking way. But yeah, birds suck. Larry, let's do some voicemails.
How many we got this week, Larry? 4?
Hey, what's up? Bill Franchini from Greenfield. I got a grinder. If you stole my fucking Walmart shopping cart in Leonardtown, Maryland, this weekend, I will find you and I will kill you. Listen, I went fishing. I didn't catch a goddamn thing. I got sunburn all over my fucking knees. I come home. My dog's acting like an asshole. So now I got to go to Walmart to get dog bones and a fucking entertainment center. I'm in the fucking the aisle looking at all the entertainment centers. I got my cart there, so I walk around. I leave my cart there. I come back. I'm like, where the fuck is my cart? Somebody stole my cart and left my fucking dog bones on the fucking shelf. That's bullshit. If you steal a fucking cart in Walmart, you should be fucking killed.
So Billy Franchini called and left another message about the Walmart shopping cart, and then he called about he's all mad because we were talking about like bringing dogs places. Bill, we all agreed. You bring a dog wherever you want, buddy. Calm down. He was all fired up. Just relax a little bit.
Big dog guy.
Big dog guy, which makes sense. Who isn't? But dog bones and entertainment system, what a combo that is.
Yeah.
Man, I need some dog bones. Might as well grab that entertainment system while I'm there. It's a cold world out there, man. If you leave a shopping cart unattended,
That's a Walmart move.
it's
for
definitely.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not helping it. That's not happening anywhere else
No.
besides
Not at
Walmart.
Costco.
No.
Dude, I leave I'm not that dude who pushes my cart down the aisle. I leave it at the end.
Same.
I walk through, grab my items, and then walk back.
And I don't leave it in people's way. I tuck it away where it's
Yeah.
going to be out of the way. But for I'm just it's going to be quicker. It's going to be quicker for
Right.
everybody. So I do the same thing. I mean, I'd be fueled. But if you just got dog bones, and it was an easy move. All he had to do is get the dog bones out of there while he's looking at the entertainment system. Take his cart. There must have been a cart shortage.
It sounded like he had a couple pops in him too. So I'm thinking in my head, he could have been looking at them entertainment systems longer than he thought he was.
Still, though, it doesn't matter how long
That's a
he's
bold
looking.
move to take somebody's item
Yeah,
out of
it's
the
his cart.
How do they know you're not coming back? Like, dude, what are you doing?
That's Walmart for you. That's
Yeah,
why
I mean-
I don't go there.
Yeah, Walmart. That's your
Wild,
problem
Wild
there,
West.
Bill. Yep, anything could happen at Walmart. Anything.
Yo, Big John from Virginia Beach. I got a major fucking gear grinder with the airlines. Every summer, I fly one way to Pittsburgh, and my wife, we ditch the kids with my wife's parents, and we have a blast. I booked the earliest flight out of town so I can get into town and party it up. Well, one fucking airline canceled my flight. The other airline I booked to go to get to Pittsburgh around noon fucking moved it. I'm not getting until like 6 o'clock. So I booked another airline. I booked 3 fucking airlines to get to Pittsburgh this summer. What is going on? Anyways, boys, happy 4th of July. Take it easy.
The airline situation is completely out of control. It's a joke, man. It is a nightmare. Flights are outrageously expensive. They're overbooking flights. They're canceling flights. It is a complete nightmare. It is so regulated, and they're just doing whatever they want. It was. I tried to go to Sacramento a couple weeks ago. It was going to be like $1,400 to go to Sacramento. I'm like, are you nuts? It's $400 to $500 usually. Insane.
They're so understaffed. It is insane. Like, they literally have people doing double duties. Like, you might have the guys who are throwing the fucking bags in the thing. They're trying to have them come up and help do ticket checks. And it's just, they said it's pandemonium. And you got people calling off, and then they're like, so you got people working double time. So they're paying them striking. They're going on time and a half. So they're raising the fares based on how much they're going to pay the employees that are showing up. It's not the pilots are going. The pilots are actually, I can't remember what airline, they got fined because the pilots, like, you're only allowed to fly so much. You got to take a break,
right?
And they weren't.
They don't want them on them uppers.
Yeah, well, they were hopped up on them Addies.
Yeah,
I don't care. Give them meth.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever
Some
it
Jack
takes.
3D.
Dude, my cousin, he had a big golf trip in Scotland, and they lost his clubs.
Oh, and dude, they tell you when they take your clubs, like, we're not responsible for these things.
He can get his money for him, but still,
Really?
you're like playing the nicest, like
That's terrible.
bucket list courses. You know, like he's like a pretty, like, he got real.
He's
like,
good.
He's good, but like all his clubs are like, you know, special to him.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like cut for him, like
Right.
that's fucked. Like,
So they completely lost them.
yeah, like they're still. Like when he was going, somebody was on strike. Like one dude didn't get any of his clothes.
So what do you have to do? Rent a set.
Dude, luckily a friend of his came and like brought an extra set
Wow.
for some
Dude,
reason.
when I flew Southwest and I gave them my clubs and they're like, listen, we'll check these, but like if they go fucking missing, like it's not on us. I'm like,
That's
how?
scary.
I was like, what? I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, like we can't be responsible for these. I'm like,
That's crazy.
that's what I'm paying you to do,
Right.
to be responsible for
I'm not taking
them.
a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, and then they're like, if they break, you're pretty much, if they break, you're fucked. If you lose them, we're fucked. And I'm like, well, all my weed's in there, so like, let's go.
Right.
Like,
Let's
fucking-
roll the dice.
Yeah, I was literally about to walk them back to my car. Like, what do you mean? It worked out. It was fine, but yeah, it's just like, you're not responsible for them. That sucks. Going to Scotland to play golf,
That's what I mean.
and you lose your clubs.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, like 11 days of golfing.
Oh, that's fucking brutal.
What up, Greenfield's finest podcast? This is Dr. Dave, and I hadn't had a chance to check out some of the latest podcasts, so got caught up and from a few weeks ago, heard the one about John and Jack having an exchange over salmonella. So I just wanted to weigh in on that. Jack said he had salmonella. He definitely consumed peanut butter from the contaminated batch, confirmed the numbers, and he had pretty classic symptoms of salmonella. I had 3 patients at the same time that also consumed peanut butter from the contaminated batch. They had identical symptoms of Jack. So just weighing in, I think Jack almost assuredly definitely had salmonella. And I would never want Jack's fans to think he was just being a pussy after his well-chronicled battle with diverticulitis. So I just wanted to give my humble professional opinion after that last salmonella exchange. Thought it was pretty pivotal. I felt like Jack's legitimacy of his medical challenges in the public eye was on the line. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. Talk to you soon.
Vindicated.
Dude, he probably charged your insurance for that call.
That's what I mean, John. You're making the world feel like I'm some kind of hypochondriac, and like here we are. We have a doctor who's also your brother-in-law.
You had a little bit of diarrhea.
I was sick. I had salmonella. I just got diagnosed
with a very low dose.
Diagnosed. You owe me an apology. You don't think?
Maybe he's a doctor, maybe he ain't. I don't know. I don't know what's up with the guy. If he's he's diagnosing you over the podcast.
Yeah, well, I'm giving him my symptoms. What's the difference between me and calling him? He's
diverticulitis. Who knows what's up in that guy?
He's a well-educated doctor, John.
All right, maybe you had it. What do you want me to do? I'm just saying when I had it.
Yeah, you just made me like fucking sound like
when I had it.
I had a little cold or something. Like I had a splinter.
I'm saying you had the poops for a day.
I'm saying
I wasn't allowed to eat solid food for 2 weeks.
Well, listen, I've been there too.
I was on top of food poisoning from Pittsburgh Public Schools. I almost died.
I'm not saying, but yeah,
mine was a little more severe than
Of course, and that's
we
what
were
I
talking
said.
through it.
Yeah, and you're just no way, pussy. Call me a pussy. So I don't know.
I just said keep eating the peanut butter.
It's good to hear from a doctor.
I'm saying
That's
keep
all.
it.
It's good to hear from a doctor.
We need more Dr. Dave call-ins.
For sure.
Definitely. He is a real doctor. At one point, we were going to try to have a segment called Ask Dr. Dave Anything, which we still might do.
Yeah, people just do that when they go to his house and ask him. It's the craziest shit ever is going to a Dr. Dave party and like people just come walking in, they ask him questions. Next thing you know, they got their shirt off. He's looking at skin tags. He's looking at shit moles. He's looking at fucking bruises. Like, what do you think? Like, leave the guy alone, dude. Make a fucking appointment.
Dude, he actually diagnosed one of Johanna's at like a party at one time. She just had it removed. It was like precancerous.
Ooh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But like St. Patty's Day, people will walk in. I'm like, how many physicals do you think you got to do today? Like, we were counting. Like it was like 6 before I left. Yeah, I was like, this is nuts. No one's trying to pay insurance. You think
they'll still hit your insurance?
They'll hit your insurance. Yeah. Go ahead, Larry. Last
What's
one.
up, boys? It's Kenny. September 2nd, live show. That's awesome. Jack, I think it's time to let the fans of the Greenfield's Finest podcast decide at the live show. Are they beefy or are they normal? I, for one, in the most heterosexual way possible, can't wait to take a look and give you my unbiased opinion.
I love Polish old Kenny, dude.
He's the best. Yeah, we'll do it, Kenny. It's a great idea.
You gonna go skins?
I mean, I don't know. That was my move for years.
Trim your chest up a little bit?
I mean, we'll see how I'm feeling. You know, we'll see. I should be trimmed up because I'll be coming back vacation like a week or two before that. So yeah, I should still be. I'm not going bare. You're gonna get a little hair going.
Let it grow in, a little 3 o'clock shadow.
You gotta have a clear shot at the nips.
Yeah, we'll get some good lighting on the nips.
You're coming with some sunburned nips from vacation.
I think they're gonna be tan, John. They're gonna have tan nipples. And we'll have everybody take a look, and we'll go beefy or normal. That's a great idea, Kenny. And I'm not scared to take my shirt off in public. That was my party move for the better part of 20 years, so that's fine. And like, I'm probably gonna be a little nervous to be up on stage, so I might have some vodka and a little Adderall too. So I'll probably be ready to go. I'll probably. What are you excited to get up on stage?
Yeah, I love people staring at me.
I mean, people are just like looking past the fact that like me and Rizal, Sholey's done a little bit of stand up, so he got a taste of it. You do stand up all the time. Me and John, I've given best man speeches. So have you. But like the fact that we're just gonna be up on stage for the first time in front of people ever, at this live show.
I might not say a
it's
word.
It's gonna be a little nerve-wracking. So yeah,
I think kids will be fine. I
think we'll be fine too. I think getting started is the big thing. Once we get started in a groove, we'll be good. Especially if we'll do a little vodka and Adderall, John. We'll be all right. We'll get us going. That'll get us talking.
Yeah, sure. I won't shut up.
Yeah, we could go on hour 3. Like, okay, we fucking get it.
Surely he'll be drinking his funny looking Gatorades, mumbling about
it's clear blue Gatorades.
I'm just sure, why is your Gatorade brown?
Oh man, but no, that should be good. Like those tickets are going to go fast, I think. So we'll see.
We should be by the time you guys hear the podcast tomorrow night. We should have some links up for that. So, but I'm not just saying, but like I feel like with our family and friends and everything, I would get tickets as soon as possible.
It'd be nice if we get them on sale before we go on DVD, so the people that really listen every fucking week, and if they want them, they could grab a chance to get them.
Right.
Watch, we're like worried about selling out. We're gonna sell 15 tickets.
Yeah, like 8 people were there. It could be like my mom.
But this is gonna be like an actual live show. This isn't a comedy show. This is gonna be us up on stage. The 4 of us doing a podcast. So if you go to like Z-Bird show with Contra, that's all stand up. They're great. They're very funny. This would be very different. This is going to be the 4 of us up on stage doing a complete live podcast from like pretty much start to finish, what we do every week.
It's going to be very interactive. It's going to be a lot of crowd participation, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be really funny. I'm really excited and looking forward to this. All right, guys, I think we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to have more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hi, if you're living down the south side inside of a cardboard box and your dog's chewing on your leg and you probably got 73 cents in your McDonald's cup, you're looking for a place to live. Well, guess what? I got good news. Carlson & Associates is the place. They're specializing not just in residential, but also commercial, multifamily investment, historic buildings, and everything else. So get that cardboard box, fold it up, get to the closest payphone, and make a call. Call 412-431-1718 to schedule an appointment. Carlson & Associates will walk down to your cardboard box and show you other boxes all around the south side. Have a great day, folks, and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Oh, yeah, brother. I just drove past your house, and it looks like your wall's falling down. That's not good for business, because guess what? If that wall comes down, I'm climbing up that hill and banging your old lady. So yeah, every one of your neighbors thinks you're a giant piece of shit and you can't afford a new wall. Well, guess what? I got a phone number now you can. You better call Just Walls at 412-889-4401. Fully insured, and build that wall before I come up here and I bang your old lady. Dig it! Hey, what's going on, everybody? Z-Bird from Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Right now, if you're sitting in your house and you're going to go up to the bathroom and you're shitting inside a plastic bucket, you're probably in trouble. Then if you go into your bedroom and there's buzzards flying in because you ain't got no fucking windows, you're in real trouble. Well, guess what? I got good news. Bath Factory and Window, 412-951-3939. They'll handle all your bathroom and window repairs. They've been in business for over 100 years, and their great-great-grandfather came over on the Mayflower, and he installed the first shitter in the White House. So you can trust Bath Factory and Window at 412-951-3939. Stop shitting on a bucket and getting eaten by buzzards. Hey, what's going on, everyone? I just drove by your house. You got a giant hole in the side. What's that for? So you can stick your dick in it and your old lady can suck it. You're better than that, man. Get that hole patched up. Why don't you call S&L Remodeling LLC? They do roofing, siding, gutters, downsides, soffit, fascia, and they'll fix that hole so your wife quit sucking everyone's dick. 412-628-9717. And tell them Z-Bird sent you. We're sick of seeing your wife sucking all that cock. Hey, if you're looking for a fun night out in the south side and you don't want to get punched in the face, check out Finn McCool's at 1501 Carson Street. Go there, have a good time, and don't get punched in the face. Finn McCool's, 1501 Carson Street, and tell them Z-Bird sent you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I don't know if you've ever had a problem like me, but if you've ever stuck your dick in a light socket, you're probably going to need an electrician. Well, good thing Greenfield's Finest Podcast has Plug Electric as our official electricians of the Greenfield Finest Podcast. If you're looking for a good electrician, contact Plug Electric. Ask for Vance Hall. Phone number 412-298-6770. That's 412-298-6770. And stop sticking your dick in the light socket. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Real quick, if you could hit that like button and subscribe, and please don't forget to tell your friends about it. If you don't mind, leave a comment underneath because it helps us with the algorithm. And it looks like we're about to jump into Corn Dick of the Week. Moneyline. Who be corn dicking this week?
Purdue Pharma. This is an old clip back in the 90s when Purdue Pharma was literally ruining the world, selling everybody OxyContin, and like they had a giant like sales convention, and like one of the vice presidents like made a fucking OxyContin like jingle to come out and play live to like everybody, all the salesmen, and it was the weirdest thing, I think, one of the weirder things I've ever seen before in my life. And it was, Zebra, how'd that song go?
So here's exactly how it went. So I'm sure everyone's seen the movie Animal Hospital. It's like, you make me want to shout, put my hands up and shout.
Wedding banger.
So then they changed the words a little bit, and it goes, their version goes like this. It's like, you make me want to sell OxyContin, sell OxyContin, sell OxyContin. And they're playing this in front of like 600 sales reps.
Going bananas.
Going fucking nuts. They're hitting bonuses that they never hit before. Destroying the East Coast of fucking America just with this happy jingle of, you make me want to sell OxyContin, kill Appalachians.
You can literally say anything to that beat or that jingle, and it's gonna be like, yeah, this goes a little bit. This ain't bad.
I can get behind
this. Yeah,
I can get behind this, and it was crazy. I was like, I fell down one of them rabbit holes of conspiracy theories, and then like I started seeing more and more Purdue Pharma, how big of pieces of shit they are, and how much they really did push OxyContin on everybody.
Oh, dude, it was they did that show. I forget what the show was called. It was
Dope Sick.
That was insane.
They came up with the pain scale, which was never a thing before, where it's literally like 0 is a happy face, and then 10 was an unhappy face. And then people who were addicted to drugs realized, if you're a 10, we have to prescribe you OxyContins.
That pain scale is still a thing. When I was in the hospital, that's what they based it off of. And a lady told me, she was like, you got to say 8 or above, or we're not be able to give you your medicine. And I was like, oh, okay.
She told you to say that?
She told me to say it. But like I needed it, but like I thought like maybe I should be like a little honest. And she was like, dude,
honesty doesn't get you anywhere.
She was like, we're gonna bump you down to fucking like ibuprofen 800, and I was like, well, that I can't. I'm not ready for that yet.
Jack said, you make me want to take OxyContin.
Yeah. Let's keep this Dilaudid coming while I'm in here. This place ain't half bad with the Dilaudid when the Dilaudid's flowing. I'll tell you that. When they get off that Dilaudid, like, okay, time to go home. But when it's flowing, I'll hang out a little bit with you, Mercy Hospital.
That's the funniest thing. Like, they'll put you on Dilaudid in any situation, but this ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad.
Yeah.
It ain't that bad.
There's Jell-O, cable TV.
My whole colon collapsed. But you know what?
Shitting in a bag, but hey,
I'm all right. I got COVID. Fucking, I'm fine.
I'm hiring giraffe pussy.
Just keep it coming.
I'm an 8.
We had a DJing a prom, and the prom queen was in a wheelchair, and she was going to do like the prom queen king and dance, prom king like dance with the queen. You know, you do the first dance, or like, I don't know, whenever you win, you do the dance. I don't even remember prom king and queen in high school, to be honest with you. But anyway, they're about to do the dance. The queen's in a wheelchair, and the DJ plays that Ed Sheeran song. What's it called?
I can't remember the name of the song.
Thinking Out Loud. So they're about to play Thinking Out Loud, and the beginning of those lyrics are, when your legs don't work like they used to before, and the whole crowd is like, oh, giant crone. That is so fucked up.
Yeah.
So this poor girl's in a wheelchair, and the DJ knows exactly what he did, plays that song, the whole crowd groans immediately, and they said he did it for a bribe. He said the chick that came in, who was supposed to be the prom queen, juiced him up a little bit.
Really?
And he prayed that to...
what a horrible human being.
Horrible person.
There's one... I mean, I'm not saying... Like, but, like, I'd like to think as myself as a person, in that situation, I don't think I could do... I couldn't... I mean, unless you're throwing... I hate to say, like, an insane amount of money, but, like, I can't imagine this girl giving him more than $50.
Said it was $20.
$20.
Yeah, this was all speculation that this is how it went down. But like it was in the article, because I just thought at first, I was like, wow, this is just a bad coincidence. Because like that's a good slow dance song.
Yeah.
So that would make sense. I was like, wow, he should have figured that out. But I could see that being an honest mistake. And then I clicked on the article a little bit, did a little reading, and they said that he definitely knew what he was doing. It was on purpose, which makes it 100 times fucking worse.
I hope someone beat the fuck out of him.
Yeah, that deserves ass whooping for sure. You can't. That's fucked up.
And I see why the other girl didn't win prom queen, because she's a cunt. She should have run prom cunt.
Oh man, for sure. We had Australian horse heiress, Savannah Daisley. She got arrested for having a bunch of sex with a 14-year-old boy. She was acting like it was no big deal. She said she did it because she was fucking just drunk all the time, and now she's going downtown. So the way they were like wording this article, like they were like, 45-year-old like hooks up with like 14-year-old boy. Like if it was the other way around, it would have been insane.
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
you know, it's just crazy how that gets treated. 14 is, you know what you're doing. I didn't start banging until I was 15, but I could have started banging when I was 14. You know what I mean? So I don't. You know what you're doing. I don't think the kid got really taken advantage of, but it kind of did.
What was
she was hot. She was hot and drunk.
She was hot and drunk, and
rich. Hot, drunk, and rich.
If we were 14, like, and she showed up down McGee, we were at the light tower, everyone would have banged her. I mean, like, no, without a question. And guess what? She wouldn't have got in trouble. I mean, so that's the weird thing.
I don't think he like snitched her out. I think like somebody like knew what was going on and like set her up on a phone call. Like did a little sting operation, recorded her saying like she like kisses him and all kinds of weird. And she's like, I thought you'd be mad about this and get me in trouble. And like she was just spilling her guts. And meanwhile, that's the lady, whoever was recording her, was getting in trouble and ruined this 14-year-old's fucking
his coos.
Yeah.
What a hater.
It is a hater, but like you can't be banging. You just like bang an 18-year-old if you're like you want a young kid. You're 45. You're smoking hot. You're rich. You go find an 18-year-old to bang. You need to bang a 14-year-old kid.
Right.
Like Jesus, we relax a little bit. But she said she was drunk all the time too. So you know that makes you do fucked up shit.
She probably was getting him beer and shit.
For sure they were getting fucked up together. Speaking of fucked up shit, we had a Florida pastor arrested for jerking off in front of a Starbucks. Why does everybody jerk off in and around Starbucks?
That coffee gets you going.
I mean, it is good coffee. I mean, you get a little Americano. I'll do a little something crazy too.
Get all jittery.
I'm never in there like, man, I like to have a good jerk. I don't get all horny in Starbucks. John, you get horny in Starbucks?
No, I just had one before I got here. I'm not horny at all.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a Starbucks. I had a regular coffee. I'm not too horny either right now. Zebra, do you get horny in Starbucks?
No, I've never jerked off in a Starbucks or around a Starbucks. That would have been a first for me.
I just feel like you're going to get caught every time.
Well, yeah, I would assume like if you're going to jerk off in front of a Starbucks, probably a busy one or even a non-busy one. Like,
I mean, they're probably
so
all
is
busy.
he just standing in front of the store with his
His dick
out?
got beaten. It's like,
I mean, he got to know there's going to be repercussions for that. No?
maybe that might have been the
probably
thrill.
drunk too.
It might have been.
Maybe he was drunk.
He might get off on that.
What?
He's one of them thrill seekers, and he gets off on like the thing of other people see him jerk off.
I mean, dude, you get on a webcam. There's places you could go for that, man.
Go to the bathroom.
Just go to the bathroom, toss one on.
Yeah,
jerk
feed
on
the
that.
geese. I don't know why you'd have to do it in front of the window. I mean, especially if they had tables out front, that would have been a mess.
I mean, we literally just did probably 15, 20 episodes ago. It was the same shit. It was a younger dude. He was probably like in his 20s, but he was jerking off in front of Starbucks. And it's just like, bro, you can't be jerking off. Listen, everybody listening. If you think about it, jerking off in front of Starbucks, don't do it. Cut it out. It's not the place. It's a coffee shop. It's not a jerk-off shop. There's places to go to jerk off. Can't be jerking off.
Maybe
in
there's
coffee
a certain
shops.
drink that they got now that just makes you want to jerk off.
The
That we just haven't
dragon
got
fruit.
yet.
Yeah, one of those.
One of refreshers.
I never did a refresher.
You might be jerking off next week if you
Oh
drink one of them.
man, I'm not going to now. Beware of the refreshers.
The dragon
That might
fruit.
be the jerk-off juice.
The dragon fruit will have you fucking feeding your geese in no
Yeah,
time.
going to Pound Town. That's why everybody's trying to get a morning coffee, you sickos. Cut it out. Pope Francis said abortion's like hiring a hitman. I don't know. What do you think about that one, Z-Bird? We laid off the abortion talk the past couple of weeks just because we're a comedy podcast, but I saw this headline. I'm like, geez, that seems a little much.
Well, I mean, if anything, the Pope's obviously going to be pro-life.
No doubt.
He's the Pope.
Right.
Right, but like hiring a hitman, John?
I think there's better. I think here's the thing: when you make a statement like that, the only people you're appealing to is the people that already agree with you.
Right.
If you want to actually like have a valid like conversation with someone, that's not the way to go about it. You could say something along the lines like, "I'm pro-life, but if you're pro-choice, I respect your choice," or something along those lines. But to like start telling people, saying to someone like, if you end up getting an abortion, it's the same thing as calling up a mobster and getting the baby whacked.
There's a million different reasons to get abortions, and women should be able to get an abortion for any reason they want. That's our stance here at GFP. But it's just like the Pope. It's just old people saying shit out loud these days. It just gets to Twitter and they all sound crazy. The olds, they've never been documented like this before.
I don't think the Pope's that old, but like I said, it's the Pope.
I mean, how old's the Pope?
The Pope's probably like he's mid-60s.
That's pretty young for a Pope, actually.
It's actually pretty young. Yeah, if you're talking about like the people around the country right now.
Yeah, he's old.
He's old.
I agree with you when you're like, yeah, he's the Pope, and he's going to take that
Pope's
stance.
always going to take a pro-life stance, and to him, it's you know.
I get what you're saying 100%.
Now, if it's like somebody else, like it's just.
I feel like now's the time ever in history. If you're ever going to be like charismatic, now's the time to do. I'm not saying be like, oh, okay, yeah, pro-choice or whatever like that. But you could have like put it better, because right then and there, people are just writing it off. Like,
yeah, people are instantly just getting
fired up. You had a chance
up.
to say something like that could have made sense.
Right,
people.
but like I said, it's the Pope don't. That's his stance on it. You know what I mean? That's I'm not saying it's right. I mean, it's a little. Dramatic, but
a little dramatic. That's what I thought too. Let's just take it easy. We had a white nerd get fired from TikTok for making up. He was putting TikToks up, making fun of bodegas in New York. So this dude got a job at TikTok, moves to New York, and he's like, I guess, getting used to bodegas. I don't know if you guys have ever been in bodega in New York. We have bodegas in Pittsburgh. They are not the same as the ones in New York. New York bodegas are sick. You get fucking sweet sandwiches, all kinds of stuff. And this dude was like just going on and how he can't like get his eggs and his fucking spinach and all this shit at a bodega. Like, hey, idiot. He's every corner. I'm trying to go to a grocery store and I just keep going into these places and it's just they just sell a bunch of junk. Like, moron. Type in grocery market or Whole Foods or anything. You don't think they have Whole Foods in New York? Are you nuts? You don't have a Trader Joe's in New York? You idiot. So he got himself fired for that. I don't know if it was a fireable offense, but it was just like stupid. Like,
so he just hated on the bodega?
He's hating on the bodegas, and he was like walking a racy line, it felt like, and he was just so white. And he was just too white to be like doing what he was doing. Just a super white swoopy haircut, one of those dudes, you know what I mean? Too white to be talking shit.
So he was mad because they didn't have vegetables?
He got fired.
He got fired over like they felt like it was racial.
It felt like there was like a racial like undertone to it or something, or he just putting people down that eat at bodegas. It was a weird video. It got him fired, and I don't know. It's just like, dude, he was obviously trying to start shit up because obviously there's grocery stores in New York City, so you start shit up and you got canned for it, my man. So. That's what happens. Speaking of fire, we were talking about fireworks earlier. We had a dude trying to get some likes on Instagram, was going live. He had a Pokemon firework. It was a big motherfucking firework. The idiot lights it off in his bedroom. The firework did what fireworks do. Starts exploding everywhere. He starts screaming for his mom. Did you guys see that one?
Yeah, it was a Pikachu.
It was a Is that what did I say? Pokemon?
No, you were right. Pikachu. It was just a Pikachu as a character in the Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I thought they were the same thing at first. Oh yeah, I got you now.
Yeah.
Would you ever have a Pikachu firework?
No, that wasn't, and I wouldn't even consider that a firework. That was just shot sparks. You know what I mean? Those are like, you can get those.
I mean, sparks could have burnt down his whole apartment building.
I get that, but it wasn't. There was no like flaming ball shooting from it. Like that. That's what I consider a firework. Like a mortar. There was no mortars. It was just, you could get those at Walmart, Target. Yeah, I mean,
you're saying that was lame.
It was a giant sparkler, basically.
But anything, but it was
in a bedroom
on his
smart.
bed. Yeah, sparks
he's a
shooting off.
fucking idiot.
The smoke inhalation alone was pretty serious. Yeah, it was probably the dumbest thing I've seen in a while.
Real dumb.
But why? Then he didn't want to like touch it. If it's only a smoke,
he got all scared.
Yeah, pick it up and throw it out the window or something.
Start yelling for his mom.
Or like go get a bucket of water.
But what people will do to get any type of fucking notoriety on the internet, that's like at the bare bottom. People will do some really crazy shit. You know what I mean? To get some likes. This dude almost burned his fucking house down just to get a couple likes.
Yeah, I'm under attack by birds. No one films it, and I'm just doing it for fun. This idiot fucking lights his firework off and burns out a whole apartment building, and here he is.
I had a bad fireworks situation one time when I first started dating my girlfriend Addie. We were lighting fireworks off my yard, and she was furious. So I was like, I'll just light the little ones. Our yard is a little bit slanted. So, like, what happened was the first thing shot up and knocked it over. So then now these fireworks are shooting instead of going up in the air, they're literally shooting on the ground.
Burning up grass.
Burning up my girlfriend. It started like firing.
Oh, at her.
It started like going at her. Oh, God, dude. It almost bucked her, dude.
I'm surprised you were allowed to get fireworks after that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't allowed to light any at home.
Yeah.
That was,
That was the stipulation.
after that, it had to be lit off premises. But it was like, you know what I mean? She was screaming and shit. And I'm like, I ran over and tried to kick it. It just didn't, you know, it was bad.
Rudy Giuliani is selling sandals on Twitter. He gonna pass away, man. Rudy, this was one of this dude retweeted this, and it was just all this was. They were just normal sandals, and he was just promoting. Like, I don't know if it was his company or what, but out of nowhere, like all of his tweets are like him just pretty much retweeting like Republican shit, and then just a sandals ad, and I was like, oh, this must be like a promoted tweet. It wasn't a promoted tweet. Rudy G put this out here like, hey, I got these sandals for sale if anybody wants to grab them. This dude retweeted it. Like, this is the weirdest shit I ever seen. This is the weirdest tweet in the history of Twitter.
What kind? Were they like Birkenstocks?
No, they were just saying they were flip flops.
Were they used by Rudy Giuliani?
Yeah, who knows? Maybe. My man, Rudy G got to die, man. He's losing.
How old is Rudy G?
Old enough to go.
Well, but I mean, is he 80? Is he?
Yeah, he got to be 80. He looks 80.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's selling sandals on Twitter, John. Out of nowhere. And like, there wasn't no explanation of it, like why or what. It was just a boom. Buy these sandals off Rudy G because he must, like, I don't know if he fucking fell off a truck or what, but needs some quick cash.
Yeah.
Someone, a sandals company hit him up like, hey, you pump these sandals out for us, we'll give you 50%. I don't know. It was fucking weird though. You're just like, you know, just all of a sudden on your Twitter timeline, Rudy Giuliani's fucking hustling sandals. That was strange to me. Would you buy any Rudy G sandals?
No, I'd pass.
Yeah, I was like going to, and then I was
How much
like,
was he? How much does he
They
sell
were $49.99.
That's
So
a
I mean,
lot.
it's a lot for. It was a lot for some fucking slides, and they looked like shit. They looked really cheap. It's just like
Were they the plastic ones? Like
they weren't plastic. They were like rubber, but they didn't look comfortable. And it seems like Rudy G is trying to rip some people off for the holiday. And that's what it seemed like to me.
Did they have any type of logo or anything?
No,
on
they
them?
were plain. It was the weirdest. It was so strange, man. It was just sandals. Like, all right, buddy. When are you gonna wrap this up so I can quit talking about you every week? Live Golf. They had a tournament in Portland, and it was weird, man. Did you see the celebration? So
Were they like spraying champagne?
Yeah. So the Dustin Johnson's team won, and they asked they were like, oh, how is this? And Taylor Gooch, I think his name is, and he was like, I never played in a Ryder Cup or a President's Cup, but I would imagine it can't be better than this. And there was like 75 people like cheering him on, and then like someone mashed it up and then put the Ryder Cup, like fucking people going crazy after it.
Yeah.
So he sounded so dumb, and you could like DJ like
They
turn
showed Patrick Reed's face.
turn his head when he
Patrick
said
Reed
it.
was big at the Ryder Cup.
huge.
Too.
He's Captain America.
Yeah.
I mean, DJ just won 5-0 in the last Ryder Cup. He didn't lose any. Like,
Yeah.
Between both of them, they're huge Ryder Cup guys. And this idiot who's never played in them says that. And then, so they both just kind of gave like an eye roll, and it was just obviously a fucking live. Their second event is nothing like a Ryder Cup. So then they get up on stage, and like there's really not that many people there, and they're just spraying champagne on each other. It was the most awkward shit ever. It's like, why are you? I get there's a team aspect you're trying to. I haven't watched any of it. It's just all I see
Is anybody
the clips.
watching it?
I haven't heard anybody watch it. No, I mean I guess some people are. There has to be, but no, I haven't heard anybody say like, oh, I actually checked it out. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah. There's
But the
like.
clips are brutal.
Yeah.
Is it still the only way to watch it? It's still streaming.
It's on YouTube and it's on their website. Yeah,
So you can't. It's not on cable television.
it's not on television. no.
Yeah, if they don't get it on cable, I mean, I don't see.
Which is tough because golf is such an older like crowd. I mean, it's getting younger, but like
Right, and I think they're trying to bring some of that aspect to it with like the champagne and shit like that. The golf's always been like more like gentlemanly and like
yeah,
you
calm.
know,
Like, what are you spraying champagne
Yeah.
on each other for?
Yeah, now it's like
the Ryder
you're,
Cup's
you're getting
yeah.
goofy.
It's getting
Yeah.
goofy. It's getting weird. I don't know. We'll see. But you could tell that like dudes like DJ and even Patrick Reed are just it was cringy. They didn't want to have to do it, but like they had to
Dude,
do
the
it.
purses in the PGA are going up.
Yeah, they're going up.
Something like what's it? The Canadian something? What's it this week? Tiger.
I mean,
there's like
the Opens next week.
$1 million purse.
This week?
I think.
There's a Scottish Open.
The Scottish Open,
Yeah,
maybe.
the Scottish Open, and then the Open is the following week.
Yeah.
Brother in Arms, we had a janitor in a grade school sing Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer for a graduating class, and the kids went crazy. This janitor just gets up in his fucking janitor gear, and he's, living on a prayer.
He killed it.
And he killed it, and the fucking little kids are going bananas. They must love this janitor. Now, how does that happen? Does this guy just, like, push his garbage can around all day long, singing to himself, and they're like, hey, Steve, we need you up here next event. Like, we need to hear that you have a voice of an angel. He did have a good voice. He had a fucking hell of a crowd presence.
Yeah.
He demanded the room, and these kids listened to they were hanging on every word. They don't know Bon Jovi.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now they're hearing Living on the Prayer from the first time from their man, fucking Steve the janitor, and he was just ripping it up.
And that just shows, not only is he a great singer, but he has to be an amazing janitor and the coolest dude. Because there was janitors I've had it all. Like, I remember there was like one or two that I was like, that dude's a cool dude.
I was a janitor in college, and no one talked to me ever. They just walked right by me like I was just some type of like fucking criminal. What do you mean? I was a janitor at a grade school in Score Hill. And like, yeah, and fucking me and our one boy, we were the night crew.
Oh, yeah.
We would get up there, and school would still be in session, and like they would just talk to us like we were fucking peasants. No one, like, if they talked to us, it was like a demand, and that was it. Kids didn't talk to us, but these kids.
So this guy's like he's like the janitor in the Breakfast Club. He got a little bit of fatherly advice, but
yeah,
the wise janitor.
The wise janitor.
We had a cool janitor at St. Mary's. We had Razor Ramon.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah. If Razor were to go up there,
if Razor wanted to sing, we would have let Razor sing.
We would have went nuts. But then we had Droopy Kruger too. But I mean, like, he was a little different.
Forgot about Droopy.
And then we made them shirts that said, "I'd rather be drooping." At school, he looked just like our first janitor at St. Mary's looked just like Droopy from Slush Puppy, like the thing. And we called him Droopy Kruger because we thought he killed kids. He didn't. He ended up being a nice guy. But then we made these T-shirts that said, "I'd rather be drooping." We were only in the 6th grade, so we were pretty ahead of our time for that.
That's pretty funny stuff.
Yeah,
dude, that was like a Kevin McAllister Home Alone thing. We just like he built his neighbor up to some type of murderer. Like, that's what we did for the Droopster. And like I remember being scared of Droopy, dude. I remember like telling my mom, like, dude, why are you talking to Droopy? Like, Droopy like kills. And she was like, Mr. blah blah blah, like, knew his name. Like, he's the nicest guy in the world. Don't be mean to him. And I'm like, I heard Droopy's gonna kill me, so I'm staying away from Droopy.
Yeah, and then Razor came in, and he was just a party animal. He was the best.
Animal. And then fucking.
Believe it at
that. Yeah. Plum gets another donation from Pat McAfee, $230K worth of sports equipment.
He's the man.
Plum, Pat McAfee. What a guy.
He's the man.
He's the man.
Did you hear what he said about it? Like, he didn't let like the school board handle the money. He just like sent them straight equipment.
That's very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
He was like, I love Plum. I love the community. I love the kids.
We're not going to make sure we're not going to misappropriate any of these funds.
No,
because that was $1 million, and now fucking another $230K. That's a lot of money coming in that could get washed, moved around, and all of a sudden somebody got a fucking in-ground pole.
And not only that, you start with that kind of money. Next thing you know, well, people that they start deciding, well, the football team or the baseball team, they don't need all this.
Yeah,
some of this gets misappropriated, not even towards the people who, like, you know what I mean, like the school board and that, but it starts going to shit that, like, he didn't. No, that was his shit. That was a very smart move. Give him sports equipment. It's going to the kids.
You could tell he knows a thing or two about the adults in the neighborhood.
I mean, that's every neighborhood.
Right. But he wasn't like, I don't really care. Here's money just so I look good. It was like, no. Let's make sure we get
buy what we need and
this new hockey equipment and yeah,
Pat McAfee's the man, dude. Plum is reaping the benefits of that. We had a Colorado Avalanche. So the Stanley Cup was last week. It's crazy, once the Pens get out of something or get out of like the playoffs. I feel like hockey in Pittsburgh is like big, so I hear about it. It's on Twitter. You turn on the radio, it's on the news. But like nationally, ESPN is just so bad at it. Or maybe I don't even have ESPN on anymore. But like, the Stanley Cup, if the Penguins aren't in it, it's like it's not even happening here.
Yeah, ESPN covers like 3 things. It's usually LeBron James,
UFC,
the Knicks,
yeah.
the Lakers. Yeah, I
So
mean,
they pump some
I'm saying
soccer
even
in
if
there
like
now.
I used to watch ESPN and they would kind of cover everything. Like, dude, like they'll give like hockey like 5 minutes maybe.
And it has to be something
Stanley Cup or no Stanley Cup,
right? It's not getting a lot of love, and they have so much bullshit on there anymore. Like I'm not a huge ESPN guy anymore.
So the Avalanche won the Stanley Cup, and they were having a parade in Denver, and one of the players is like in the crowd, like walking through it, like pouring beers in everybody's mouth, and this Denver cop rolls up on him and looks like he's about to arrest him. He starts like basing on him. He thought he was like a kid just like in the streets, like fucking around. And like he did look like a kid in the streets fucking around. But it was like one of their star players, and all the fans start screaming at the cop, like, he's a player. And the dude's like, yeah, no, I'm supposed to be like on that float right there. And like, the cop was like, oh, okay, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah,
but it's
right.
just like hockey players like aren't that recognizable, man.
No.
And like they always look much bigger. Like when they're playing because they're on skates, they got that equipment on. Once they get all that shit off, they're usually little guys. Because I've seen a bunch of hockey players out before, and like they're small, man.
Well, them skates add a good 4
inches in that equipment. But yeah, it was funny. This dude had to convince the cop that he just won the Stanley Cup,
and it was his fucking parade.
Right. Taco Bell makes giant Cheez-It Crunch Wrap Supreme. The Cheez-It is actually 16 times bigger than a regular Cheez-It. I seen a picture of this. This is a big-ass Cheez-It. And if you order it plain, they just give you one giant Cheez-It. I'm a huge Cheez-It guy. I kind of want to check this out.
So you're saying, we're talking, it's this big.
Right.
Wait a minute.
It's a giant square cracker Cheez-It, and then they wrap it up, a Crunch Wrap Supreme. They put all the shit in it. Then they put the tortilla over it, wrap it up. Sounds pretty good. I'm not a Taco Bell guy. You guys Taco Bell guys?
I've eaten Taco Bell it was probably about a year and a half ago. It wasn't bad.
It's not bad. It's cheap.
It's super cheap.
You can get a lot of food for, you know what I mean?
For $7.
Right. That's the only thing about, like, dude, I have taco night at my house. Like, putting the taco together, I always break the shell. It's a fucking mess.
You're a hard shell guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm a soft shell guy.
I like both. I like to mix it up. Do you go straight hard all the time?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind a soft shell. I mean, but for some reason, I just always go with the hard.
I like the crunch.
Yeah, I do.
I actually like the
That
soft
cheesy,
and the
that's-
hard to mix together.
Yeah, Johanna does that with like a little, I guess, bean.
Yeah, a
and
little chalupa or whatever they
Yeah.
are. But yeah, a giant Cheez-It. I got to check that out because Cheez-Its are dope. I feel like Cheez-Its are very, very
It
underrated.
sounded so hip. You were like, Cheez-Its are dope.
man.
They are dope. This little off schedule here, but I went to the supermarket violently high Saturday night or Sunday night, and I'm walking around and I see a pack of EL fudge, and I recently I used to be a huge EL fudge guy. It was like one of the cookies like my parents like would buy every once in a while, so we had we would have some fudges every once in a while. So I went up D Creek and got some like a few months ago. And I don't think they were the double stuff. They were just like the regular single stuff. So like they were whatever. So I see the double stuff. I grip them up. I get them home. Dude, they're quadruple stuff. It was like cookie, this much EL fudge in the middle, and then cookie again. It was almost too much stuff.
It was
too much stuff. And then Leanie brought it up to me without even me saying anything. She's like, dude, that EL fudge, they got a lot of stuff in it. I'm like, too much stuff. It's too much stuff.
How many did you hammer?
Well, I still ate them, John. Like I said,
That's what I'm saying. You said
sad.
you were super high.
Well, I did a sleeve. I did a left side, left and right side. It's good numbers.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I felt like there wasn't that many cookies in there because they were so stuffed. And it's like, man, is the filling cheaper than the cookie?
Yeah.
So they're trying to just stuff them up there, and they're dripping you out on a few cookies. Listen, I'll still
Some
eat.
people probably like just like all that fudge. Z-Bird seems like somebody you like the fudge.
No, because I liked it. I would dip them. So that would be too much fudge for my dipping. I like to get the cookie a little soft and then hammer it down.
Yeah, it was too much stuff. I don't know. EL fudge, figure it out. Delta offers passengers over $10,000 to rebook flight because they oversold a flight. 10,000. They did it. They sold. People jumped on this instantly. obviously 10, and they're like, if you have Apple Pay, we'll Apple Pay you right now. So it wasn't even like vouchers; it was straight cash, dude.
Wow.
It's like, how much money are they making on these flights? Each flight to be able to give fucking give away like $40,000.
Oh, so they offered 4 people.
I think it was 3 or 4 people that ended up taking it. That's how it was that overbooked.
Wow.
And
I wish that could happen to me.
$10,000, like I'll figure it out. I'll drive.
I'll fucking
I'll
rent a
drive
car.
for 2 days. Yeah,
Hitchhike.
$10,000, like that's a lot of cash. I've never. The one time we were leaving Vegas, I was insanely hungover, like bad, and they were offering. It got up to like $500 or $600, and like we started thinking about it, but I got to get out of this town. I don't think. That was the only time I really remember. Did you guys ever do that? Did you ever take cash option to get out of a flight?
I never
offered.
knew it was the thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't fly too much. So.
Yeah, if a flight's overbooked, they'll give you some money. I never heard $10,000. I thought this was a fake story for a while until I clicked on it. But yeah, if I could, hang out another $10,000 is a fuck ton of money to just take and call off work and figure it out the next day. I'll definitely do that. We had a creepy monkey at the zoo grab a lady's boobs and give her a wet, sloppy kiss. Monkeys are weird, man. They just like, I mean, we're weird for going to zoos. Zoos are weird if you think about it. But like monkeys are pretty handsy and they get away with it. He double gripped up some boobs and then just started licking her face. She had the biggest smile on her face ever. She loved it.
Dude, they'll start jerking off in front of you.
I've watched the monkey jerk off before.
No shame.
No shame. And I know, you know what?
No Starbucks around.
No, yeah. Well, they're in their home.
Right.
That's
Right.
fine. They could jerk off. They're in a cage. And you know what? The monkey didn't have shame jerking off in front of me. I didn't have any shame watching the monkey jerk off. I actually videoed it.
Did you?
Yeah, my girlfriend at the time, she was like, dude, you are 7 years old. I'm like, it's not every day you get to watch a monkey jerk off. Like this, the guy's putting on a show. Let's watch for a little bit. He didn't finish, but, he's...
I was going to just ask, did he fucking shoot a lot?
I wish.
Did he bukkake people?
Yeah, no, that would have been something.
Yeah, if he'd have hit someone with a bukkake.
Yeah, but I mean, they're putting their fingers in their butts. They're pulling turds out. Like, they're wild boys, man. They do whatever the fuck they want.
You want to watch me? I'll show you something.
Yeah, I'm stuck in this cage.
Yeah.
And there's little kids around, and they're like, the parents are trying to move the kids along, and you have like some 30-something-year-old weirdo just filming it, laughing his ass off. But it was funny stuff. The Burger King employee who didn't miss a day of work for 27 years got a GoFundMe going. He's up over $300K. Good for this dude.
Yeah.
It's almost better. Well, it's obviously definitely better now. But like when shit starts to go wrong, if you handle it the right way, like this guy did, just saying how grateful he was just to have like some Reese cups and just have a job, and then boom, life-changing money for this guy. For $300,000 is life-changing money for anybody.
And like you hit the nail on the head with that. His personality to go ahead and not bitch, not complain, and just be like, dude, I was grateful I had a job all those years. People love. I mean,
Love
that's
it.
love it. If I would have seen it like where it was going, I would have threw a dub on it.
I would have too. I didn't see it. I just seen the after story. I definitely would have gave this dude 20 beans. Because the way that interview I saw him, he was just so humble and so grateful and so genuine.
Yeah.
You figured this dude was going to take care of him. I'm glad he did. We had a Nigerian official fake faint in court when they started asking about missing funds. Missing funds, John, just like we were talking about. The judge was going in on him, we need you to explain where these came from. Fake faint.
He did the death.
Yeah, that's a good move.
I like it.
That's going to get you. The fake
It's going to
faint,
buy you time.
It's going to buy you time. It's not going to solve your problems, but it's going to get you out of whatever's going on that fucking second, dude. And like he was just, it was a bad fake faint though. It was just like him, like head on a desk with like one eye open, looking to see if like people bought it. It's like, dude, if you're going to do it, you got to fall, smack your head a little bit, get in an ambulance, go to the hospital for a couple days, get some Jello.
Yeah,
maybe a little Dilaudid, and then you got to come.
Give you some time to think of a better lie.
You got to come. Yeah, you got to come face the music about the money that you stole.
like Junior Soprano, he fall down the steps.
Exactly.
Come back in, and be like, I don't know what's going on here.
We had Nate Diaz slap a Full Send reporter for his tweets on Twitter. He was talking shit. This real dorky USA reporter works for Full Send. Goes up to Nate Diaz, trying to be all cool and chummy. Diaz is like taking the interview like he's gonna be cool and chummy with him, and then he's like, "Nate, I'm with Nate Diaz here, about to talk about like a fight." And Diaz was like, "No, dude, no, you gotta like watch your mouth on Twitter and in your fucking stupid tweets." And the dude was like, "Oh yeah, I know." Diaz smacks the mic out of his fucking hand and just smacks his hat off his head.
I love it.
This kid didn't know what to do. Twitter fingers, dude. You're gonna be held accountable. What is like if you know you're gonna be like around these UFC dudes?
Yeah.
Why in the world would you, especially like Nate Diaz or Nate Diaz's brother or one of his boys? I think he was sticking up for one of his boys. Stay away from them. They're fucking nuts. They'll beat the brakes off of like 98% of the world.
Yeah.
Don't maybe not tweet bad shit about the Diaz brothers, idiot.
I love that fact. I love the fact that he did that because that's what you get for talking shit on the internet. Because there's too much talking shit, and nothing ever happened.
This
was like a younger kid though. So
he was in his 30s,
right?
Not super
I mean, he
young.
definitely didn't see like anything. Like he couldn't feel like he said something maybe over the line.
Diaz played it perfect, dude. He acted. He was being all chummy with him to get the camera rolling, and then because he wanted to embarrass him, you know.
Yeah,
and he fucking did.
So this kid's probably like, oh, maybe he didn't see what I wrote.
Yep, and he did, and he got smacked for it. Brittany Griner writes an open letter to the president begging for help. That's not good business. If you don't have somebody like in your camp talking to somebody in the president's camp when you're stuck in Russia. And like you're at the last resort is to write an open letter
to Biden.
You or to Biden, yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think the Trumper would have had her back already?
It's a sticky situation with Russia right now.
I know.
It's sticky in Russia. To be honest, probably.
I think. I mean, he might do an underhand deal. He might do something.
Yeah,
but this is a bad look.
I feel like Putin's using this as a major chip,
right?
Though. So I don't.
I'm just saying, dude. Like she's stuck, dude. She could get 10 years in jail.
Dude, she get 10 years in jail, and like you don't like. I don't even. Has he addressed it? Like I haven't heard him talk about it.
No.
So it's just, and if you have to pen a letter.
That's like the shit Joe Exotic was
doing.
Dude,
like, yeah, the embassy, well, I don't know, did our embassy leave from over there? Like, shit's bad.
Yeah.
Bad. It's not a good place
but, like,
to be
dude,
right
you
now.
like, why were they over there playing hoops and, like, would nobody will ever go play hoops over there again? I bet you that.
No.
And plus, like, who the fuck is the ambassador to Russia? The kid, like, why don't we have some? Like, we have to have someone.
They do. They have an arms dealer. So they're like, give us the arms dealer back, and they're like, dude, what are you like?
We just need a women's basketball player back, please.
Right? Who had like
had a weed
who
pen
had
on her.
maybe hash, maybe she didn't.
Yeah.
But it seems like she's fucked, man. Like I said, if you're penning a letter, you're in trouble. I'm gonna be missing some time on the podcast coming up here soon because there's a documentary coming out called Too Large for Love. And it's for men with giant penises. So I'm gonna sign up for that. Jonah Falcon says he has the largest dick in the world, 13 and a half inches. That's a hammer.
That's a fucking big old dick.
And he's like the documentary is gonna be like what's good about having a giant hammer, what's bad about having a giant hammer. And he was a couple bad reasons. He said people ask him to whip it out all the time.
Yeah.
They want to see it. He can't buy condoms that fit him. Like, dude, shut up with your condoms. No one's wearing a condom, weirdo. And then he said he banged a bunch of like A-list celebrities too. This dude is incredibly ugly, huge, weird, giant dick, but like his face is even weirder. Like he's just an ugly cat.
He's like a Cro-Magnon.
Yeah, something's off.
Yeah,
is he a tall dude? Is he real tall?
He didn't seem super tall. He was sitting down. I don't think they gave his like height, but like. Just an out of shape, weird looking cat.
I'm like curious about the girth of it. Is it a long dong or is it like a big old fucking? It's like one of them little wiffle ball bats.
Is it like is it 13 inches of a soup can?
Yeah.
Like
that is too large for love.
That is too large for love. You're gonna ruin people's lives with that thing. That's too much. You're gonna be ripping organs out.
I watched a thing about Johnny Holmes and like he had a huge dick back in the 70s and that before he got AIDS and died. But like he would be at parties and like people were constantly coming up to him like, whip out your dick.
That's what's going on with this guy.
And it was like it showed him like to the point where like it was uncomfortable, but like he was getting bullied by like other dudes. Like, we brought these chicks here, fucking show them your dick, and like it was weird. Like, you know,
it would be annoying now to pull your dick out like everywhere you went. But this guy also called Guinness Book of World Record to let him know that he had a fucking 13.5-inch dick.
That's the record.
That's what I was just gonna say.
No, is he talking about? Is that his dick when it's hard, 13? Or
yeah,
he's just
hard.
sitting soft? And
I think it's hard, 13.5.
See,
but I think that thing's just.
It's just always.
Where do you put it?
I see National Geographics where I'd have to say he might. I've seen dicks that might be bigger than 30.
That's what I thought too, but I mean that's what the article said.
But those dudes over, and it was like dudes over in Africa. They had shit tied to their dicks.
Maybe
was like,
they stretch that fucking thing out.
Stretch out. Those dudes probably aren't in touch with the internet, and they're probably not going to get.
Yeah, maybe this is American dick.
Yeah,
American dick.
Big old American dick.
But those dudes that stretch it out, those are the long, skinny ones. Yeah, I don't know. They said in the show, like, if you sign up for the show, you have to be, like, willing to talk about your dick, obviously, willing to show your dick and nudity. So, like, it sounds like this show's going to be showing giant dicks, so I'll check that out.
There you go, Mishka, if you ain't doing that next week.
You should have a watch party with them.
I mean, this show could be really good for our show.
Content,
Yeah. Us talk about, giant dicks every week. Like, that's right in our wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Am I the asshole? We had a mother-in-law who will not stop bothering her son and his new wife about having children. So anytime these people go anywhere, the mom is hounding them, like, when am I going to get a grandbaby? When am I going to get a grandbaby? When am I going to get a grandbaby? So the dude, like, learned how to yodel in high school. So every time his mom just brings it up, he starts yodeling at her. He just gives a yodel, like, all loud and shit. To try to combat it with these annoying questions.
Please stop. Yeah.
So they were going to like a family dinner at a very fancy restaurant, and they said they asked her very politely, "Hey, it's your birthday. Let's just have a nice time. Please, no kid talk. Let's just be cool about this." Goes into the restaurant. The mom figured, no way, her son's gonna yodel in her face at the restaurant. She brings up kids immediately. This dude starts yodeling at her. I love the play. Like, if you're going to drive me nuts, I'm going to drive you. And he said his parents got all mad at him and they're not talking to him because he ruined the mom's birthday. Like, listen, we had a conversation. You know I'm a yodeler. You know what I do when you bring it up. Just because we're at fucking, Hyde Park or whatever, I'll yodel right into Hyde Park. It's a good move. And it is, I recently got engaged, and I'm not, like, saying I'm at this point where this guy's at. But it's like, hey, congratulations on getting engaged. And then every question is, when's the wedding? When's you going to do this? When are you moving? When are you going to have kids? And it's like, holy fuck, dude. Give me a minute. I just got engaged. Let us relax here.
Let's enjoy this.
Let's enjoy this. Like, this was a big deal. And now, like, you're just, like, pushing me. Like, just, and it's not lingy. It's just, like, other people. And it's like, fucking calm down, man. I'll let you know when everything is. What are you worried about? What do you care?
The reason I hate that fucking question is because people never know what's going on behind closed doors. Like, there could have been something happened. You know what I mean? Like, maybe there was a pregnancy. Maybe there was a miscarriage.
Right. Maybe
something.
she can't have kids.
But,
Quit asking.
Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm not in that situation, but, like, my mom was, like, doing that when, like, me and Addie were dating for, like, 2 or 3 years. And, like, I flat out, like, I got her by herself one day. I said, stop fucking doing that. I said, you have no idea what's going on in our lives. Like, not bad, but, like, just stop it. Like, I don't need this right now. Like, you don't know what's going on. Just please. Like, you're asking these questions at the worst fucking time.
Like I said, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
You'll be there. We're not gonna not tell you.
Yeah,
we'll
right.
let you know.
When a baby comes out, you know what I mean? You'll be invited to the hospital. You can come see it.
Yep. All right, let's take a little break.
All right, everybody, we'll take a quick commercial break, but we'll be right back with more Greenfield Class Podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Me and my wife didn't know what to do. We had a gigantic tree in our backyard that we had to get cut down. I've never done anything like this before. Who was I supposed to call? Luckily, I found Greater Pitt Tree Service, a locally owned and operated company. They came out, got to work, and got it done in a safe manner, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Thank you so much, Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service. And they also do free work for World War II veterans. Please call 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE. What's going on, everybody? It's almost that time of the year where you got to go get your sidewalks or your steps fixed. And I don't trust a lot of these idiots out here right now. I really don't. Thank goodness Giuseppe and Sons is in the area, and they're always on the job. If you're looking for any type of masonry work this season coming up, please call Giuseppe and Sons, 412-421-6711, and make sure you tell them Rocco sent you, huh? Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're having car problems right now, there's not really too many places to go that you can trust. One place you can is Meineke Car Care Center, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. They handle everything, not just oil changes, but brakes, maintenance, everything. So if you have car trouble and you need help, make sure you call Meineke Car Care Center, 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Phone number 412-451-8968, and ask for Arthur. Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to jump into what's grinding our gears. Johnny, what's grinding them gears?
All right, so 4th of July, there's a lot of coolers. You know what I mean? A lot of beer, a lot of pop. Dude, I hate when people, there's the little cup slots on the cooler. They put their drinks on there. How the hell?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to open this up and get a drink? I got to move all 4 of these waters every time?
Why do they put those cup holders on there? That's fucking dumb.
That's a good grinder.
It is a good grinder. One, why are they on there? Which was stupid. But 2, how stupid are you to put your actual drink there?
Right.
Just inconveniencing everybody else.
Should I got to take your water, then do I put it back, or should I just set it on the ground, or,
Should I throw it away?
Just throw it away? Or should I just lift it up while it's on there? And
really send it for a fly.
Yeah.
Send it flying. I think that's the move.
That's a good grinder.
What kind of person would fucking put their fucking drink in a cup holder on a cooler?
Who's this?
Nobody I want to know.
Who's the sick fuck that put that on as an invention? I mean, I guess you could be like, if you think in your head, 2 guys are using a cooler, they're out fishing, they're sitting on the cooler.
That makes sense.
But those coolers are so fucking big, you're holding at least 60 drinks in there.
Right. And a cooler's flat. You don't need a cup holder. You can just put it right on top. It's fine.
Yeah,
right.
If you're out fishing or you're watching a base, whatever you're doing, you got a cooler. If we had a cooler right here, and we just put it right on there. We don't need a cup holder.
We got one.
Yeah, boom, right on there. You're fine. If it's just 2 of you, but if you're at a party and you put your drink,
right, there's 60 drinks. People are in and out of there drinking Miller Lights.
What kind of animals you invite into your house?
I don't know.
Fucking unbelievable.
Was it Shuley? Shuley was coolering it up.
This was actually at my cousin's house. So I don't know. People were drinking water, so that wasn't the drunks of the party.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what drink it is.
I know.
It's just whatever's on there is going to be a major inconvenience.
Yeah, all I know is, I was 3 sheets to the wind. I was like, I got to set this as my.
Now I got work. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, after I got attacked by the bird, I was out of breath, just pulling out my phone, I got to make sure I write this down.
Yeah.
It's the things we do for
appalled.
this podcast.
Yeah.
We got Z-Bird.
So I went, it was this weekend, and I wanted to get ice for my cooler, so I went to the one convenience store that's kind of by my house. It's on Burns Street. You know that one where the car wash is at? Mm-hmm. They have an ice thing there, and they only have one employee working, so I'm like, hey, I'm going to grab a small bag of ice. They're like, okay. I'm like, I pay for it. I go outside. It's locked.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, fuck. I go back in, and there's 7 people in line. And I'm like, is there any way someone could unlock the cooler? And they looked at me and they said, I'm in here by myself. I don't know what you want me to do. And I'm just thinking, why would you lock the ice thing?
Why would you send me out there knowing it's locked?
Right, I'll be right out. Or, do something.
And
Throw me the keys, bud.
Why do I have to do work when I'm buying something off you?
And this happened to me at another time. It was a different situation, but it was very similar. It was with propane. I bought propane somewhere. The propane's locked, which I know that, but no one came on. There was only one person working at the store. No one could get me the propane. And I'm like, dude, what? Ice is a little bit more leave the fucking ice thing open.
I mean, people were definitely going to jack the ice.
Yeah.
I get that, but
yeah, right.
But people are going to steal it anyway, even if it's not locked up.
Right.
I guess if you get the key, you got to pay for one bag at least.
Right. So I'm like, man, so I'm sitting there waiting. And no one's coming to my rescue.
Why would she just give you the key?
Well, here's the fucking thing that made me mad. Finally, the third person in line who was getting lottery tickets was I guess he was a store veteran who was trusted, snapped his fingers like this. And she was like, looked at, give me the key. She gave him the key.
Wow.
So it made me feel like I'm
like some dirtball who isn't responsible
like
enough to handle the key.
Like I'm inferior.
You can't be trusted with that key.
Right on a 229. I just wanted a little bag to fill that up.
Yeah, that's a real cliquey convenience store down there, dude. I used to go there a lot.
Yeah,
and like they still never were like nice to me.
Yeah.
So it's a rough little stretch of convenience store there. It is very cliquey. It's the same people in there all the time. Big lottery fucking store, dude. Big lottery store. So you're always waiting. There's never enough people in there. The ladies in there are mean as hell. I recently got ice, and the girl just was like pretty much threw the keys at me. She's like, "It's locked up. You got to unlock it. Make sure you lock it and bring the key back in."
And there's nothing wrong with that.
I mean, there is and there isn't. Like I was buying 6 bags of ice. Now I got to fucking like unlock this fucked up old ass lock, load my car up, lock it back up, and bring this back into you. It's better than waiting. But I don't know,
dude. The one get-go I went to, like, I'm like, all right, I should not. I'm like, all right. Then I'm thinking, like, man, I wish I would have just known that and came. Should I just come take ice whenever I want?
Yeah, if I'm an employee, I'm leaving that open. Like, I'm not dealing with that. Fuck you. Figure out a better system. Leave it in the store. Do something.
Right.
And like there's like
like a freezer with the ice bags.
There's so many. There was like a couple multiple gear grinders, but definitely the main one was seeing them relinquish the key to another member who was there and like not trust me with the key. Like I was dressed probably just like I am now. I had a red, white, and blue tie dye on, and I'm like, yeah, I just want to. Get my cooler, go down McGee and watch these races.
Man, that's tough.
And you're right. That store is very cliquey.
It really is. I got a grinder. I've been on Instagram. So I was on the old Instagram, and I'm on the reels. I'm going through it. And there's these gym bros that are literally like strapping anything they can to themselves to like go viral. Like a dude will strap like a whole bench to his body, like a barbell, weights. Like I'm saying, he'll strap up the bench, and then he'll go do like some pull-ups or some push-ups, or they'll like lift, like they'll start curling like the actual bench. It's just completely out of control of like gym weirdos who are like aren't getting enough likes with their regular pics, and now they're just strapping anything they can to themselves and like working out. And I hope one of them gets very, very hurt, like bad. And I don't understand how they're not, because like they'll strap so much shit to them and start doing a pull up or something else. And like I want to see somebody like get like lose a limb, because this is beyond stupid.
Just pull their back out.
Yeah, there's so much dumb shit on the internet. These morons doing this deserve to get hurt in a bad way, to send a message. Like if I was in a gym and some moron starts strapping himself with shit, where are we at in life, idiot? Put the fucking bench down. Like, where did you even get that belt from? Like, this is we're talking about a multi-person job here to get a bench strapped to another person, a barbell. Like, it's insane. And
people cheering them on.
But yeah, and it's like, look how cool this is. Like, dude, I hope his whole fucking ankle gets cut off. It's just so fucking. We got morons lighting fireworks off, idiots strapping shit to their fucking necks. Like someone really, we gotta see someone die on Instagram so everybody calms the fuck down.
No, the thing is that'll go viral, and someone else will be like, "Man, I should jump off.
You're still sitting there watching for probably half hour. So
yeah, it's fucking.
Like,
the world's so dumb.
Larry, hit me in the head with this axe.
Right,
we're going viral.
Oh man. All right, let's take a little break.
All right, everybody, we'll take a quick commercial break. We come back, we're going to have more Greenfield's Finest Podcast. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Are you sick of your general contractor having sex with your wife? Well, I was too, and that's when I found out about Schaefer Inc. Schaefer Inc.'s primary goal is to deliver unbeatable quality for all your construction needs. They aim to firstly be a company principle-driven, and to achieve this, the importance is ethical business practices. That includes great work and not having sex with your wife. Please check out Schaefer Inc. for all your contracting needs. Give them a call at 412-915-1694. That's 412-915-1694. Me and my wife didn't know what to do. We had a gigantic tree in our backyard that we had to get cut down. I've never done anything like this before. Who was I supposed to call? Luckily, I found Greater Pitt Tree Service, a locally owned and operated company. They came out, got to work, and got it done in a safe manner, and it didn't cost me an arm and a leg. Thank you so much, Greater Pittsburgh Tree Service. And they also do free work for World War II veterans. Please call 412-884-TREE. That's 412-884-TREE. What's going on, everybody? It's almost that time of the year where you got to go get your sidewalks or your steps fixed. And I don't trust a lot of these idiots out here right now. I really don't. Thank goodness Giuseppe and Sons is in the area, and they're always on the job. If you're looking for any type of masonry work this season coming up, please call Giuseppe and Sons, 412-421-6711, and make sure you tell them Rocco sent you, huh? Hey, what's going on, everybody? If you're having car problems right now, there's not really too many places to go that you can trust. One place you can is Meineke Car Care Center, located at 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. They handle everything, not just oil changes, but brakes, maintenance, everything. So if you have car trouble and you need help, make sure you call Meineke Car Care Center, 4103 Kennywood Boulevard, West Mifflin. Phone number 412-451-8968, and ask for Arthur. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Greenfield's Finest Podcast. We're about to jump into What Would Greenfield Do?
What would Greenfield do?
Whoop, whoop.
For $3,000, would you get your face Photoshop into a gay porno?
How much?
$3,000.
Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with gay porn.
But I'm
But
saying,
you
like,
gotta realize everybody you know is gonna think you're like a gay porn star now.
so it's not like a bad Photoshop. It's like really good.
It's like a deep fake.
So people be like, damn, Z-Bird's getting ponded up by...
Yeah, like the podcast must have needed some money. Now Z-Bird's doing gay porn.
He's in Too Large for Love.
Yeah.
And that's way too big for Z-Bird.
Catching a wiffle ball bat right in your bum.
Now I think about, not to, like, you know, whatever, like, I'd have to say, thinking, it's only $3,000. It's not really a ton of money. And, like, I'd be, like, answering a lot of questions. My girlfriend, obviously.
A ton of questions.
I think I would stay away from that one.
That would the most annoying part would be, like, yeah, you got to answer, like, hey, saw you in a gay porn. Like, hey, dude, like this, I got $3,000 for that. I'm like, oh, they paid you $3,000. Like, no, it was just a Photoshop, and then $3,000 ain't enough to just deal with the hassle of it.
Can you imagine our group of friends and us trying to explain, like, listen, it's not really me, and then it would be viral in our community. Like, I could see my girlfriend's
within
dad
minutes
calling me within 12 minutes, like, hey, Mike, what's going on? You know,
yeah,
everything. Are you and Addie? Because I've seen you getting ponded out there. I think I'll pass on that one.
Yeah, $3,000 ain't enough.
If you said
I'm assuming $3,000 ain't enough for you.
No. $3,000. That's not even enough to get me like interested in it at all.
No, it's a
What
very low number.
30?
I don't think 30. I don't know, man. 30. We're talking. Just to having to explain to everybody.
I could use a nice $30,000 come up right now.
Sure,
So
yeah.
I'm in for $30,000.
Summertime's a little slower for me.
To just
but just having to explain to everybody we meet.
Anybody
and
say
then, like
anything.
you said, even if it's true or not, now it's true no matter what.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
So you're just gonna have to die on that cross. That, like, just go. Your best bet is to be like, dude, I got $30,000 to do it. Don't explain the Photoshop. Just be like, I got $30,000 to do it.
I was in a tough spot. It is what it is.
Take my girlfriend on vacation. Did you have $30,000 I could borrow? No, you didn't. So, you know.
Yeah, and then like for the rest of your life, you'll probably have to hear about it a little bit. But the news cycle's so fast, people forget about that in a week or two.
Right, there's so much shit going on. It's just,
yeah, but yeah, $30,000's probably we're getting close to that number for sure. $3,000 that was.
I'd be in a deep fake gay porn to pay for my kids like tuition at a Catholic school. That'd make sense.
Yeah, then you have to explain it to them.
To Father Tom, like, listen, dude.
Listen, Father Tom.
Tuition's up. I don't know what you want me to do.
You keep raising this shit.
Yeah.
Now this is where I'm at, Father Tom.
yeah, I'm gonna make a sequel. But I got 3 kids.
Basketball team needs new uniforms.
Yeah, what do you want me to do? I'm not Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
What are the easiest and hardest positions in all of sports? So we'll do like the major ones. We'll do hockey, we'll do football, we'll do basketball, and baseball.
Okay.
What do you think the easiest position is? I'm going to say...
Which sport you going first?
Well, we're not going to do all 4. Just pick. I mean, we can if you want. I would say baseball, first base, right?
No, right field.
Right field?
Yeah.
First base, you might have to pick up. There's a lot of balls getting thrown your way, dude.
Yeah, you got to do some scooping.
You got to do some scooping. You got to do some stretching.
Well, first base would be second then. Don't you think?
First base isn't that easy.
I was really good at first base. I don't know. What do you think then? Right field, second base?
I'd say right field.
I'd say right field in baseball is the easy one.
Yeah, but I think I agree with you there. But what do you think after that? It's either second or first base, right? It has to be.
No.
I mean,
I would say
all the infield's getting.
I feel like second doesn't get a lot of action.
Oh yeah, sure it does.
When you're
in major
turning
leagues,
two.
when you got lefties up.
Yeah, you got to turn to right. Yeah, okay, right.
To be
field's
honest,
definitely the
I
answer.
hated second base just because of the shorter throw to first. It's like a short putt. I'd rather throw
You
the ball
couldn't
longer.
fire. You couldn't really.
You
Let
got to
loose.
have a little wrist.
It's a weird angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you there. What do you think the easy position in football is?
Place kicker.
It's a high pressure position.
No, I think long snapper's easier than that.
I'm gonna stick with place kicker. I am.
A kicker, dude, that's a lot
No.
of pressure.
The
holder, you
The
mean.
holder. That's the place kicker. The kicker's the kicker. The place kicker is the
Yeah.
guy. Right, John?
No, I never heard of.
No.
I never heard.
Yeah,
of,
the place kicker's the holder, right?
no,
The kicker.
It's a kicker.
Well, then I'm the fucking holder.
The
That's
holder,
it.
yeah.
That's
Yeah, I would go holder and long snapper.
It's hard to say any position's easy in football. Like because somebody could get mad on the show if I say the O-line. You know what I mean? You're just pushing people around.
Yeah, John, the O-line's easy.
I'm saying what position?
You're getting a fucking.
I'm saying if you're going to go to
You're
holder,
getting a fist fight every fucking play. Maybe a receiver's easy when you play on an all-running team. You just got to run down the field fucking
That's a
10
good
yards. The line. Are you nuts?
I'm trying to think of easy. Like I don't know the position.
No,
Football. I don't think there is one.
I don't think you're right. I don't think anything's really easy. But I think the thing about the long snapper is like you just can't fuck. If you fuck up
Well,
once,
that's what I
you're
mean.
done.
You fuck up.
Can't
all right,
fuck
the
up.
game's on the line. You better get it back there to the punter, not fuck up.
Yeah, and then like basketball, I feel like
I was the long snapper.
Yeah, you were a good long snapper.
See, so it wasn't easy.
So
Especially when you're the smallest guy in the fucking
What-
field, and they're supposedly not supposed to be able to hit you, but they do.
punter. I would say punter then has a lot less pressure than the kicker.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So
Not
they-
even close.
So you're gonna. I would say punter.
Yeah, a punter or long snapper, I think it probably.
Right. I think in all sports, though, it's got to be right field. It's easiest to hide like a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Then basketball, I mean, that's hockey. Who the fuck knows there? But
That's weird. Hockey's a weird one because you could say like the first thing that pops in your head is like, well, what about the goal? But the goalie's the most pressure position. Then like the offense, they're running around the most. Defense, same thing. Like it's,
you would think defense would probably be the easiest thing to play.
but they get paid the most.
But
don't they?
I think any of them teams where everybody's like baseball, you know what I mean? Like if he's a good hitter, like all right, where's the least amount of balls going?
Right.
Yeah, right field's definitely the overall answer. All right, so what do you think the hardest position in all of sports is?
NFL quarterback.
Quarterback, for sure.
I would
Yeah.
say quarterback, but like if we even like went off into another sport, this might be a weird answer, but I would say closing pitcher.
Yeah, it's high pressure. Pitcher in general.
Pitcher in general is hard.
You're out there by yourself.
The only thing about a quarterback, though, is you got to make real quick decisions.
Sure.
You got to see a lot of shit
And,
in a
like,
quick amount of time and
the-
then
the-
put like a good ball on it.
The playbooks are just outrageous. The shit you got to know. You got to know your playbook. You got to know coverages. You got to know what every other person on that field is going to do in their responsibility. And then you got to be athletic enough to get on the ball.
Defense, you gotta say cornerback, right?
Corner's definitely the hardest.
Yeah.
I think the
Yeah.
hardest position on D.
All right, last one here. If you had $5 to get drunk, what would you buy? $5 isn't enough money to get drunk on anything. But if you had a very limited amount of money, we'll say 10, 15 bucks, what are you going for?
A half gallon of Nikolai, the plastic jug. I mean,
the plastic
Is
jug.
that $5 still?
It ain't not anymore, but I mean you get a pint.
Probably like 7.
Yeah.
if I had $5, I'd get the. I know.
You probably get a liter of Nikolai for like $8.99.
Yeah, so
But
give me
definitely a fifth.
$8.99. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get a fifth of Nikolai.
You get as fucked up as you ever been before in your fucking life.
I've done it.
So have I. Ugh. When we moved to Ocean City and we were on a very limited budget at first, we weren't making any money. It was a big move to get a 40 and a Mad Dog.
Yeah.
And we would fucking beer bong the Mad Dog. drink the 40, and then head out. That was the pregame. Yep.
How did that feel?
Oh, that felt good, John.
Mad Dog? I beer bong and a Mad Dog. That's
Ferocious.
It gives you a lot
But
of heartburn.
We were so tuned in on our drinking there, and we were young kids. Like that was like the move when like I would work a little bit late, and I know dudes have been drinking on me a couple hours, and this is like, let me get to where I need to be because you guys are annoying as fuck. Let me catch up, and then next thing you know,
I think one of the
there.
drunkest times I ever was on Mad Dog. Though maybe that's what, like, dude, I couldn't even see straight.
Yeah, no, it's not good for you, man. But I could put him down. The Orange Jubilee, and the blue one.
Yeah, I remember like chugging 40s of like certain beer would get me so much more fucked up than others. And I remember like chugging 40s of Hurricane would get me so shit faced. I'd chug 2 of them very quick. I mean, like within like 7-8 minutes, and I'd be like blasted.
I remember like with the Hurricanes, like 1 would get me feeling good. 1.5 was like what I should have stopped at. And 2 was like, it's on. Like, I'm not.
You drink the bottom of that second one.
The bottom of that second one. Your brain starts to float.
Yeah. You start, and then you get to the point where like you don't want to be a pussy, and like 40ians will split a case of 40s, and you know what I mean. So that's 3 40s a piece, and you're up the fort drinking. You know what I mean? You're like, you don't want to be the pussy that doesn't drink the third 40.
You get into your third 40, we're talking about your shit in your pants.
Third 40. I don't think I've ever broke over to a third 40 of Hurricane. No way.
I don't think Hurricane. I think I have a real bad like memory with some Mickeys going into 3.
Yeah.
I mean, we did the Edward 40 hands up at Clarion a couple times, and like I've
Is that where you tape the?
Yeah, but you duct tape the 40s to your fucking hands, and you can't take them off until you finish it, and then you gotta piss. So the thing is, like, I want to finish these as fast as I can, so I could fucking piss. And we were up Clarion. It was Eddie's 21st birthday. Everybody is strapped with fucking 40s duct tape to their hands. The cops start pounding on the door, dude. And they're like, open the fucking door. And these cops used to just fuck with us all the time, just because like they knew like that was the house full of idiots. And like we're like, we can't just come in, and like, open the fucking door. And we're like, just come in. Like, dude, Eddie's trying to open the door with 40s duct tape to his hand. They finally like fucking come in, and they're like, what the fuck is going on? And we're like, we're playing over 40 hands. And they're like, Corny, it's your 21st birthday, huh? And he's like, we're sitting there like, yeah. And like, all right, I'm sure we'll be back later. And sure enough, they were, and they passed on citations like 12 hours later after having 40 hands on the night at the bar. But that dude walked in, took pictures. He was like, everybody get together. And like he hopped in the picture with us and shit.
Who, the cop?
The cop, yeah, because it was like a brand new game, or at least to us it was.
I never played that.
Yeah, it was like a college thing. Fucking, I never heard of it either until I went up there, and they're like, we're playing Edward 40 hands. I'm like, what's that? And they just start duct taping fucking Mickeys to my fucking hands.
So you had 2 40s,
Two
right?
40s in your hands. You could finish the one, finish the other, and then you could go piss. But you couldn't piss until you got both 40s off the hands, and you couldn't unduct tape the empty one just because you finished it. You had to finish the other one.
How fast are dudes smashing 40s?
Pretty,
with that?
like really fast.
Because a piss that'll make you
like a couple. What you're talking 5
that's like
minutes?
a double edged sword.
No, not 5 minutes. I'm saying like probably like a half hour.
Yeah.
Because I mean you're still pounding a malt liquor 40. So, but it was yeah.
What did we drink? Cold 45s that one night.
Yeah, the double malt.
Cold 45s were good. The fucking Sainides were always a go-to. Now they're in plastic. Suck.
Yeah, I always was a fan of the old E.
Yeah,
when they had the wide mouth,
yeah,
because you could really fucking suck them down.
You could get it going.
That little narrow mouth was too much foam, but when you got the wide mouth, you could just fucking suck them back.
See, I love old E. That was if I had to like drink a 40 now, that's what I want. They're plastic, but like my 40 back in the day, I liked the narrow mouth because I feel like I always forgot about the wide mouth, and I would just spill it down my face.
Yeah,
I did that anyway,
dude. But you figure if you had $5, dude, back then, like $2 Hurricanes,
right?
Yeah,
you get fucked up for 4 beans,
and get a $1 sandwich at Kogo's.
Yeah, or like get another 50 cents, and you're in pizza bagel land.
Yeah, so, now we're talking good old days.
The good old days. Now $5 can't get you a fucking pack of gum.
I wonder how much a 40 costs now. Do they sell them still?
Yeah, they definitely sell them. They're probably $4 or $5, I bet.
Huh.
All
right, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. Real quick, there's on Instagram These guys, Friday Beers Pittsburgh, they're really big. They end up they give us a lot of love. They end up reposting a lot of our stuff. So we're not like worried about the contest or anything, any of these things that are coming up. But the city paper's having a contest, and there's best podcast, best comedian, all that stuff, whatever. We're not worried about it. But they do have one for best Instagram account in Pittsburgh. We are asking you if you could vote for Friday Beers Pittsburgh. It would be a big help. They do a lot for our podcast. They have like 20,000 followers. They've helped us get up to 1,000, and we keep going. So if you could please vote for them, they do a lot for us. I think that's all we have, guys. All right, everyone. Have a great week, folks. And remember, Greenfield loves you. We're out.